It was a big day for CA at EGX Rezzed with the announcement of Total War Warhammer 2. We got a ton of reveals and information that will have you looking back and remembering this reveal like you have the other Total War games before it. If you were too busy and didn't get a chance to watch their presentation, then you're in luck. I've narrowed down the best reveals from EGX in this video. So I've done most of the hard work for you, so sit back and relax while I tell you what you may have missed. And if you did watch it, but want to hear what I think is most important, then stay right where you are.
At the heart of Warhammer 2 is the great vortex that you saw there in the trailer. It feeds the narrative individually of each of the races and provides a challenging and climactic endgame, as each of the races strives to be the first to either maintain or destabilize the integrity of the vortex.
Number 5, the Great Vortex. The Great Vortex is a network of waystones that channel and redirect the winds of magic, specifically collecting and absorbing the raw power of chaos from the world. CA has taken to making this the centerpiece of Warhammer 2, where I'm sure there will be tons of quests and maybe even an endgame event that deals with this cyclone. Fear not. During the reveal, we have been told that you can forego and ignore this storyline altogether and focus on your own sandbox playstyle. Number 4, Universal Territory Capture. If you blinked, you might have missed it.
Warhammer 2 will also have bigger army rosters, Universal Territory Capture.
But as the speaker was rattling off new features of the game, he dropped this little gem like it wasn't even interesting. Universal Territory Capture is back, and in my mind this means, as it did in every Total War game thus far, you can literally conquer the world. In Warhammer Vanilla, certain factions couldn't conquer certain places, while others like the Wood Elves couldn't conquer anything. Unless you had mods in place, this wasn't something you could change. It looks like for the sequel, they're saying screw it and letting anybody hold anything. In my opinion, this is a welcome revamp, but I wonder, will they make the same change to the old world as well? Only time will tell. Number 3, Naggaroth, Ulthuan, Lustria, and the Southlands. Now, the sheer scope of this game seems to dwarf the original in every possible aspect.
So the key locations are Ulthuan, the home of the High Elves, Naggaroth, the home of the Dark Elves, Lustria, a jungle region, and the Southlands, which is a mixture of desert, jungle, and other environments.
But this becomes more apparent with how much of the map will be revealed in Warhammer 2. Originally, I thought we would only get Lustria, but from the information we got, it seems like we are getting every land in the New World, including Ulthuan and surprisingly even the Southlands. Now these lands specifically are to the south of Arabe and the desert the Tomb Kings hail from. To me, this may mean that the game will be somewhat far off before its release, since they just started really working on it at the start of this year. The information leaves us to suspect that Arabe, the Tomb Kings, and even the lands to the east like Nippon could be in the third Warhammer game. Number 2, the trailer. I've given you my thoughts on the trailer in my last video, but to sum it up, it gives us a fantastic look into the lands that you will be fighting and conquering while showing off the main factions and possible endgame with the Great Vortex. Phew, that was a mouthful. But that's what the trailer did. It showed us as much as it could with the small amount of time it had to do it. Not to mention showing us some cool units, magic, and even an obvious teaser to the Skaven. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it got me more hyped than I thought it would. Just glad it wasn't a teaser trailer of some Lizardmen scales or something. Number 1, Lizardmen animations. This is a personal one for me, but I love seeing the rough animation videos for different units in Warhammer as we've gotten. And as you can guess, I was excited to see the rough animations for the Lizardmen. Seeing how they move and some of the new units we will be getting, I love hearing about how the original process they used made the Lizardmen move too much like humans and how they had to change it and make them move more animalistic. This gave us a unique insight into how they create these units and what goes on behind the scenes. And for someone that loves watching how movies and games are made, This was by far my favorite moment at the Warhammer 2 reveal. There was a lot more information given during the reveal, such as the return of navies, the Skaven as the 4th race, bigger army rosters, new terrain types, and more. So I would highly suggest watching the video for yourself. Anyway, let me know what was the best moment and reveal that you saw during the conference in the comment section below. And let's see if we can get over 100 likes for any of these reveals. Thank you so much for watching.